Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about while when loop in QBasic. So before starting this video, I'm going to just give you a quick review of my previous video on this topic only. So the previous video we have done for next loop. So we have discussed about for next loop in QBasic and the syntax of for next loop, how can we implement for next loop in our programming and programming in QBasic. So we have given example, I have given some sample questions in QBasic, and we have done in GW Basic and QBasic platform. Okay, so let's start today's video with while when loop concept. So in while when loop, if I say while when loop, what is a while when loop? So in a while when loop, if the condition is true, all statements are executed until when keyword is encountered. If the condition is false, the loop is terminated and the control jumps to very next statement after the when keyword. So it means what? Just like for next loop, the mechanism of while when loop works like same only. Okay, like the way for next loop works, the same way while when loop also works. It is also executing the statement number of times till the time your condition is true. Just like for and next, there are two different keywords we used to have in for next loop. The same way in while when loop also we have two keywords. One is while and one is when. With while statement, or you can say while keyword, we have a kind of condition. We have to give a condition, and till the time your condition satisfied, it means till the time the condition is true, your loop will execute itself. Okay, until unless the condition is false, the loop will never terminate itself. So let us see the syntax of while when loop and how can I implement the while when loop concept in our basic programming. Okay, so basically here I'm going to show you the syntax, and then I'm going to show you the program in GW Basic and QBasic platform. Okay, so here the variable I have taken is I equal to 1. Obviously I need to run a loop, so I have to take a variable I. If you remember my previous video, we have taken the I loop in for next loop also. I mean, we used to take for I equal to 1 to 10. Okay, so here we have to initialize a starting value in I, but in for next loop we don't have to initialize, we just write for I with the keyword for I equal to 1 to 10, but here we need to initialize it separately. Okay, so here I equal to 1, and then I have written while keyword with a condition I is less than equal to 10. Now what does it mean? I is less than equal to 10. Right now the value of I is 1, and till the time my loop will execute, till the time I's value is not becoming 10, it means till the time I is not becoming 10, my loop will execute itself. Okay, so here I can write print I. So if I print I, it will print 1, then 2. So the same way I have to increase I. Okay, so this I equal to I plus 1, I have to increase it manually. Now again I'm going to revise for next loop here. If you remember for next loop, we used to write next keyword, and the next keyword is actually used to increase the value of the loop variable automatically by 1. Okay, but here in while when loop we can't use next keyword so that it will increase itself automatically. We have to do it manually. Okay, so here I have to write I equal to I plus 1 manually to increase the loop variable so that the loop will keep on executing the statements. Okay, and then we are going to write when. So after writing this when keyword, what will happen? You know, it will throw back the condition will go back to while statement again. It means this loop is generating from while condition, and it will generate till the when keyword. Okay, that is the criteria of the loop. So whatever statements you're going to write inside this criteria, it means from between while and when, the statements will execute number of times. And again, I already told you before that till the time your condition will be true, your loop will keep on executing the statements. Okay, so you make sure that you want to that many times you want to generate the loop, that many times the condition has to be true. Okay, so and one more thing here, if you remember for next loop, in for next loop, suppose I wanted to jump the statement. If you want to jump the statement more than one step, like 2 step or 3 step, So you had a keyword, step keyword. With the help of step keyword, you can jump the variable, loop variable. Like after 1, you wanted to print 3. So you can write step 2. So your loop variable would jump 2 step forward. Okay, but here in while when, we have already learned that we have to increase the variable, loop variable, like I am increasing here I plus 1 manually. So here step keyword will not work. We don't have step keyword with while. Okay, so here if you wanted to generate numbers like 1, 3, 5 odd numbers, or if you want to jump with this loop variable, you have to do it manually. Now here is the straight loop. Now let us see how to generate the loop in reverse order. So here I'm going to start the loop in the reverse order, so that is why the value will be different. Here I have taken I equal to 10. So if you have noticed the previous program, I have written I equal to 1. Why? Because I wanted to start the loop from the beginning. So now I have written I equal to 10. Why? Because I wanted to start my loop from behind, I mean from reverse order. That is why I have taken I equal to 10. Now the condition will be different. While I is greater than equal to 1, I wanted to print 10, 9, 8, 7 like this way. That is why the condition will go in reverse order. I is greater than equal to 10. Okay, now inside the while statement I have written print I. So the first value I will print is 10. So I need to print 9 after this. So I need to decrease the value of I by minus 1. That is why I have done it in manual order. I equal to I minus 1. Now in this case, if you remember, for next loop I used to have step keyword. Okay, so in this case, in for next loop, you have to write step minus 1, but here I already told you that step keyword is invalid in while loop. That is why you have to do it manually. That is why we are writing I equal to I minus 1. I hope it is clear. Now when, again the same thing, when keyword is actually rolling back the control to the while statement, so that it will again come back to the print statement and keep on executing itself. Okay, so this way I can generate a reverse while loop. Okay, with the help of this changed condition and the manual increment and decrement. Okay, so let us see this concept, the while loop concept, in GW Basic or QBasic platform. Okay, as you all can see, we are in QBasic or GW Basic platform. Okay, so I'm starting the loop in straight order only. In the straight order, I'm going to write a while loop condition here. So let us see. So here I'm writing CLS at the first glance. Okay, so here I'm zooming the screen a bit. Okay then. Okay, so here I have written CLS, and then what I'm going to write is I equal to 1. Okay, this is my starting point. Okay, now while I have to give a condition here, so the condition would be I is less than equal to 10, so that I can have a number, natural numbers from 1 to 10. Okay, so now I have to write print I inside while statement. So I'm just writing print I. Okay, now if I give a semicolon, it will print the same line. Now if I don't give a semicolon, it will print line wise. Okay, so it is a horizontal and vertical order. Okay, that I'm going to show you afterwards. Okay, print I has been done. Okay, the next statement would be I equal to I plus 1, so that it will increase itself, so that it, with the help of this, the loop will keep on generating the numbers. Okay, and then what I'm going to write, wend keyword. That is why I'm getting that red color bar on while statement. Okay, so wend, it's done. So now I'm going to write end, so that it will end the program. So here is the simple while loop conditions, simple while loop program. We have taken a variable I equal to 1, and then while condition till the time the condition is true, the program will keep on running itself, and then I'm going to increase the manual variable. So let us run this. So run. Okay, okay, here we have got the output. So as you all can see, we have got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, line wise order. So this program has generated this output. Okay, now let us do the same thing in reverse order. So I'm going to just close the screen. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing in reverse order. So for doing the reverse order program, what we have to do, we need to change the values. So I've taken I equal to 10. I am going to put this condition in reverse order. So for doing that, I need to write I greater than equal to 10 in the reverse order. Okay, greater than equal to 1, sorry. So and here I need to decrease the value, since the value of I equal to 10. That is why we need to decrease the value a bit. So -1. Okay, I equal to I -1. Okay, and that's it. This is done. So let us run this. So we have got the output 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, we have got this output. Yeah, okay. So now suppose if I wanted to print the output in a different way, I wanted to jump. Okay, now in this program only I'm going to make some changes. How can you jump without using a step keyword? Okay, just like the way we used to do in for next. So just it's very simple. You have printing I only, you're printing just I variable, and that many steps you need to decrease the number of steps you want. Suppose I wanted to print I equal to I -2. Okay, that many steps I need to decrease. So the same way I need to run this program. Okay, so run this program this way. Okay, waiting for the output. Yes, we have got 10 8 6 4 2. As you all can see, we have decreased the value in 2 steps without using a step keyword. We have decreased the value manually, and we have got this output. Okay, this is the output, and this is the program. Okay, so I hope you all have understood the concept of while when loop. Now if suppose you have any kind of problem, please write a comment below in the comment box, and if you like the video, please hit the like button. If you are new to my channel, to get the latest videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.